Hi, I'm Glimmy, and once again, I want to talk about comics. Today I want to talk about underground comics, and yes, that's comics with an X. From around 1968 to around 1975, there was a boom of independently published comics. They would distinguish themselves between mainstream comics and the underground comics with an X instead of a CS. Comics were independently published, so they weren't liable to the same censorship rules that mainstream comics were, and as such, they had no censorship. This image right here has become almost synonymous with the underground comics movement. And the reason why is because it's made by one of the most popular and relevant creators within the movement. That being Robert Crumb, pictured here on this book by Drew Friedman. So why is this image considered synonymous with the underground comics movement? That's actually because it's basically a 1970s meme. This image became so popular that it got put on stickers, t-shirts, iron-on patches, and all of these things were even advertised in mainstream comics. It was insane. These images were proliferated over and over and over again to the point where it was really hard to tell who the originator was. It was also hard to tell because of the way that underground comics were distributed, sold, and published. However, now we can correctly attribute it to Robert Crumb, and we can also correctly attribute it to Zap Comics. Robert Crumb is kind of a character in and of himself. He can oftentimes be controversial, to say the least. Despite Robert Crumb's many controversies, I would say that Keep On Truckin' remains as a really positive influence on comics and people as a whole. The whole message is to keep on moving and to keep moving forward despite what happens. In that way, it's a lot more positive than a lot of memes that we have nowadays. Let me know if you'd like a more detailed exploration of underground comics and their creators someday. It's something that I'd really like to do maybe for my YouTube.